Today we are diving into the M4 Mac Mini and asking a big question. Is this the best value Mac for beginner programmers in 2025? Hi, I'm Raphael, a passionate developer and computer science teacher. Here you will find coding vlogs, step-by-step tutorials and motivation to start programming and to stay on track. I'll walk you through the full unboxing, the initial developer setup, and then we'll compare it to the M4 MacBook Air, which is a popular choice but quite a bit more expensive. Whether you're just starting to learn Python, building your first website or looking for a first development machine, this video will help you decide if the Mac Mini is right for you. Now, what do you actually get in the box? The Mac Mini ships with just two items, the Mac Mini itself and a 1.8 meter power cable. That's it. Clean, minimal and ready to integrate with your existing display and peripherals. Now let's talk displays. The M4 Mac Mini supports up to 3 displays at once, which is incredible for a desktop PC of this size. The front side includes 2 USB-C ports supporting USB 3 at up to 10 GB per second and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the back you will find 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports, each supporting Thunderbolt 4 and USB 4 at up to 40 GB per second. 1 HDMI port and 1 gigabit Ethernet port. Despite its small size, it includes a built-in speaker and features a built-in fan, allowing it to stay cool and maintain peak performance, even during high demanding tasks. One of the biggest things to keep in mind with the Mac Mini is that it doesn't come with any peripherals. No display, no keyboard, no mouse, no speakers. Just the Mac Mini itself and a power cable. So if you're new to the Mac ecosystem or maybe building your first setup, here's exactly what you will need to get started and a few recommendations along the way. First, you'll definitely need a display. You can run up to 3 displays at once, including 2 displays at 6K resolution via Thunderbolt and a third display via HDMI. Next, you'll need a keyboard. A mechanical keyboard can be a great choice. I highly recommend the Keychron K6. I've been using it for more than a year. Whatever you choose, just make sure it has macOS keyboard support, especially for keys like Command, Option and media controls. You'll also need a mouse or trackpad. Of course, you can use any third-party mouse. My go-to pick is the Logitech MX Master 3. It's one of the best productivity mice you can buy. You've got a super comfortable shape, customizable buttons, plus it works seamlessly with macOS and even lets you switch between multiple devices. The Mac Mini has a built-in speaker, but let's be honest, it's not great for anything beyond system sounds. If you plan on watching content, editing audio or joining meetings, you'll want to use external audio. For casual users, Bluetooth headphones like AirPods or any other Bluetooth headset will connect seamlessly. If you're a programmer who listens to music for focus, some lo-fi, any over-ear headphones with good noise cancelling will do the trick. Now, this part is optional, but important if you're going to be on a lot of video calls. Unlike a MacBook or iMac, the Mac Mini does not include a built-in webcam. So if you need one, consider something like the Logitech Brio or even an iPhone, which works great with macOS now. One more thing, if you plan to store a lot of files, big databases, or you're working with large projects, you might want an external SSD or hard drive. The Mac Mini has USB 3 and Thunderbolt ports, so you can easily connect high-speed external drives. Right after the initial setup, I did some basic benchmark tests. The Mac Mini scored 3,837 in single core and 14,391 points in multi-core performance with the Geekbench tool. 1,990 MB per second write and 2,876 MB per second read speed. 13,721 points in multi and 2,229 points in single core operations during the Cinebench test. After these benchmark tests, I installed the developer tools to run some Python scripts to do a little stress test. The Mac Mini had no problems opening 50 or 100 YouTube tabs simultaneously. During one test I wanted to open 1000 tabs and it stopped at the 379th tab, so no big issue. It even handled opening 100 tabs of 3D graphics using WebGL. In a second test, I set up Homebrew and created a Next.js project to do another stress test, which compiled in seconds and ran flawlessly. When choosing between the MacBook Air and the Mac Mini, it's important to compare them because they both feature the same powerful Apple M4 chip, which offers similar core performance. Despite on being a portable laptop and the other a desktop station, their performance capabilities and use cases overlap significantly for many users, particularly developers. By comparing these two machines, you can determine which one best suits your needs based on factors like portability, expandability, and price, without sacrificing the power and efficiency of the M4 chip. This comparison may help you to make a more informed decision based on your specific work environment and personal preferences. I personally prefer the MacBook Air due to its portability and the fact that it comes ready to go without needing many peripherals. But let's break down the pros and cons of each so you can make your own decision. First, portability and convenience. This is the biggest strength of the MacBook Air. It's incredibly portable. Weighing just 1.2 kilograms or 2.7 pounds, it's perfect for working on the go. Whether you're traveling, working at a cafe, or simply moving between rooms, the MacBook Air is easy to take with you. For beginner developers, this is huge, especially if you like to work wherever inspiration strikes. Number 2. With the MacBook Air, you don't need to worry about buying peripherals like a keyboard, mouse, or monitor. For someone just getting into coding, this is an obvious benefit because you can get to work right out of the box. Number 3. Fantastic battery life. The MacBook Air's battery life is excellent. Up to 18 hours of wireless web browsing or video playback. This means you can code all day without worrying about plugging it in, which is a massive advantage if you're working remotely or on the go. Number 4. Great performance for most development needs. Thanks to the M4 chip in the MacBook Air, you get fast performance with its 10-core CPU and 8-core GPU, along with great energy efficiency. While it doesn't have as many cores as the Mac Mini, it's still more than powerful enough for most development tasks like web development, mobile app coding, and light backend work. One downside of the MacBook Air is that it only has 2 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports. If you need to connect multiple monitors, external drives, or other devices, you might have to rely on adapters or hubs. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to keep in mind if you like to connect a lot of things to your setup. While the 13 and 15-inch Retina displays of the MacBook Airs are gorgeous, they can be a bit small if you're used to working with multiple windows or a large screen. For coding, especially with multiple IDEs or terminals open, of course you can connect it to an external display, but this adds to your overall budget. The Mac Mini comes with Apple's latest M4 chip, which includes a 10-core CPU and a 10-core GPU. This machine absolutely flies when it comes to performance, whether you're compiling code, running virtual machines, or using multiple developer tools at once. The Mac Mini's power is hard to beat in this price range. Another plus is that you can customize the Mac Mini. You can open it up and do-it-yourself upgrade the storage later on, providing more options as your needs grow. The Mac Mini supports up to 3 displays simultaneously compared to just 2 on the MacBook Air, making it ideal for a multi-monitor setup. The Mac Mini has more ports to offer than the MacBook Air, which gives you lots of flexibility when connecting peripherals like external drives, monitors, and other devices. But obviously there are some disadvantages too. The Mac Mini doesn't come with a built-in display, keyboard, or mouse. This means you have to spend more money on peripherals, which can add up quickly. The Mac Mini is not exactly portable. While it's smaller than most desktop PCs, you still need to bring along a monitor, keyboard, mouse, and cables if you want to take it anywhere. Now, which one should you choose? If you're a beginner developer who doesn't mind a slightly lower performance and values portability and the all-in-one convenience of having everything built in, the MacBook Air is likely the better choice. It's an excellent value for money, and with its long battery life, portability and decent power, it will handle most programming tasks with ease. Plus, you don't need to worry about extra peripherals, unless you're planning to buy an external SSD. If you're someone who doesn't mind setting up a desktop with peripherals, or you already have your own external monitor, keyboard and mouse, then Mac Mini will offer slightly better performance for the price. It's great if you need to run resource-heavy applications or plan to set up a multi-monitor workstation for coding. But remember, you'll need to budget for those extra peripherals, so it might not be as cost-effective to get started with. Either way, both machines are great for development and will serve you well as you grow your skills.